Okay, we're starting the recording of the audiobook. Here I am. I can hear you.
Hey, that's a good thing.
Yeah. Angels, Herpes, and Psychedelics. Unraveling the Mind to Unveil Illusions. Written and narrated by Beth Bell.
Comma. Chickens, comma.
Yeah.
And cows. You're
Okay.
doing, you're pausing at all the commas and you're stopping at all the periods.
Okay.
So you can just as easily say inundated the busy road as people, chickens, and cows dodge traffic. Klaus was an attentive, skilled driver. So when he swerved abruptly to the left, edging into the lane next to us, I assumed it was to avoid danger. The idea?
I do. I'll get there. Thank
Yeah.
you for your patience. Okay.
Oh, of course, of course. So take it from the top again, if you would, please.
Okay. February 2013. My fiance Klaus and I had left our Sunday brunch at a 5-star hotel in India and were heading home with his 10-year-old son in the back seat. Cars, trucks, motorbikes, and tuk-tuks inundated the busy road as people, chickens, and cows dodged traffic.
There's a lot of emotion in the context of what you're saying.
And I'm not bringing it forward.
Like on, where is it? Like on the line, I was stunned that it was even possible. Let me just play that back for you.
Mhm.
So I was stunned.
I was
that it
stunned.
even possible. So there's emotion in the context, but I'm not hearing it in the words.
Yeah, but let's get me into the emotion.
But
yeah.
You've got a powerfully emotional story that you're telling here.
Yeah.
And I get that just from your introduction. So if you can convey that without going over the top, without taking it too far, it's going to be a much more interesting story to tell and much more compelling.
Can I just practice this last paragraph for a minute here?
Sure.
Klaus sped away from the scene, and I felt myself swallow my terror as my body began to tremble involuntarily deep within.
Okay, try that line again this time, and just pretend you're not reading it. Just tell me about it. Tell me what happened. Much better.
I was stunned that it was even possible that an educated, well-traveled woman like me could find herself in this situation.
Much nicer. Much nicer. Can you feel the difference in how you're telling that?
Kind of.
Oh, I hear it.
Okay.
It's much different. This is why audiobook narrators get paid the big bucks.
I know. I can't get that if I'm still too sticky on those first few paragraphs. Maybe like towards the end of the day when I'm more in the flow and a little bit more relaxed, we can record that again,
Oh, sure.
February 2013. My fiance Klaus and I had arrived. My fiance Klaus and I had left our Sunday brunch at a 5-star hotel in India and were heading home with his 10-year-old son in the back seat. Cars, trucks, motorbikes, and tuk-tuks inundated the busy road as people, chickens, and cows dodged traffic. Klaus was an attentive, skilled driver. So when he swerved abruptly to the left, edging into the lane next to us, I assumed it was to avoid danger. This prompted me to glance over the back of Klaus's shoulders just in time to witness a motorcycle slam into the back of the tuk-tuk next to us. I gasped at the sickening thud of metal on metal as the rider disappeared from view. Klaus had eliminated that narrow space between the cars where the motorbikes weaved in between vehicles. Was it intentional? No emotion showed on his face, not even when his son, echoing my thoughts, screamed from the back seat, "Dad, did you do that on purpose?" Klaus sped away from the scene, and I felt myself swallow my terror. The day started out a little bit bumpy. I was not necessarily nervous, but just trying to get into my groove. And so luckily Jim was so patient with me and really helpful to coach me on just articulating the story in a way that wasn't reading, but was telling it. So I'll be posting some more videos to share my experience and some photos, but I hope that you listen to the audiobook.